Welcome again to my channel. Myself SB sir. Today's topic is narration change. Again narration change. This is the fourth part of narration change. Today we will learn the narration change of optative sentence and exclamatory sentence. In my first video I have already uploaded narration change of assertive sentence. Next interrogative, number 2 interrogative, number 3 imperative, number 4 optative and exclamatory. That means there are 4 videos on narration change. So if you are new, then you must start watching my video from assertive, narration change of assertive, then interrogative, then imperative, and at last optative and exclamatory. It will be very easy to understand the change of narrations, because there are some common links of change, some common rules are there that are applied in these different types of sentences. So let's begin. At first, optative and exclamatory sentence. How can we identify an optative sentence? Optative sentence expresses some wish or prayer. Optative sentence expresses some wish or prayer. Some wish or prayer. So, as it expresses some wish or prayer, we take the reporting verb in the indirect speech. In the place of say or said, in the indirect speech, we should take 2 verbs. Number 1, pray, or number 2, wish or pray. These 2 type of verb we can use in optative sentence, wish or pray. So it is the first important thing. What verb should we use in optative sentence? We use wish or pray as reporting verb in the indirect speech. Good. Number 2, how can we identify the optative sentence? It expresses a wish or prayer. That's right. But there is a clue. You can easily identify an optative sentence, because the optative sentences generally start with may or might, or there will be a might. Suppose, may God bless you, may you live long, may you succeed in life, or God might help you. These are the sentences of optative sentence. So you can identify optative sentence because the sentence generally start with the word may or might, or there is might or may inside the sentence. Number 1. Now we use the reporting verb wish or pray. Reporting verb wish or pray in the indirect speech in the place of said. Now look at the example. She said to me, may you live long. She said to me, may you live long. So if we turn into indirect speech, at the place of said to, reporting verb, as we can use either wish or pray. Wish or pray, as it is in past tense, so we use wished. You can use here prayed also. So she wished that. Remember, it is better not to write the object here. You should not write you wished me. Don't write in this way. Only write you wished. Omit the object from here. Then inverted comma, omit the inverted, in the place of inverted comma you put that. So at first you change the reporting verb. You can choose either wish or pray. Then for the inverted comma you just put that. It was also used in the assertive sentence. Then may you live long. Again the change of pronoun. I have already said many times. Here in the reported speech or within the inverted comma, if you find first person, that means I, you, my, mine, this first person change according to the subject of the reporting verb. And if you find second person, you, your, this second person change according to the object of the we. That means me. That means you change according to the me. So I, as it is subject, so me, the subject form of me is I. So she wished that I may, as it is in past tense, the past form of may is might, I might live long. She wished that I might live long. Again follow. At first you replace said to with the verb wish or pray. Then omit the object. If there is object in the reporting verb, omit the object. Then you put just that in the place of inverted comma. Then you take the subject here. Subject here you. You means I, as it is second person. So I may past tense, might, the past form of may is might, live long. Number 2 example. Look at the number 2. The sage said to the girl. The sage means the sage monk said to the girl, may God help you, may God help you. Here again in the place of said to, we can use wished or prayed. We prayed, then omit the, you don't write the object here. The sage prayed that, here subject God, may God, so God comes first. God, past tense of may is might. God might help you. You represent the girl, second person represent the object, the girl. As I have not written the girl here, so you should write the noun form, just the noun form here. So the sage prayed, in the place of said to, just write prayed or wish. Then you should not write the object here, the girl. You don't need to write the girl here. You may write, but it is better not to write here. That God, take the subject God, then may past form might, help you means you refers to the girl. As I have not written the girl here, so directly written the form the girl. So it is the narration change of optative sentence. Optative sentence, you follow the rules. Number 1, use the reporting verb, say wish or pray. Then for the removal of inverted comma, you write that. Then you turn, may God help you, may you live long. This subject, take the subject first. Then the change the tense, may, in the place of may you might. If there is might, God might help you. She said God might help you. She prayed that God might help you. So now come to the exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence, how can we identify the exclamatory sentence? It is very easy and simple. Everybody can identify an exclamatory sentence, because in the sentence you can find this mark. This mark is called note of exclamation. This mark is called note of exclamation. This mark is called note of exclamation. This exclamatory sentence is also divided into 2 types. We can classify the exclamatory sentence into 2 types. What are the types? Type 1, number 1, you can see there is an interjection. There is an interjection. Lot of interjections are there. Alas, fie, woe, hooray, bravo. There are a lot of interjection. Interjection, and after the interjection, the note of exclamation mark. At first, the interjection, after the interjection, note of exclamation, then the main sentence, assertive form, the sentence assertive form, and full stop. And again, number 2, this sentence, this type is, this type start with what or how. What a beautiful girl, how beautiful, what a beautiful, how beautiful the sight, how beautiful the sight is, how beautiful the sight is. What a, in the place of what a, we can use how. What or how. So number 2, the different type is start with what or how. What or how. So number 1 start with interjection, number 2 what or how. It is also very important, because look here, alas, he is no more. He is no more, it is an assertive form. But in the second type, what a beautiful sight, it is not an assertive form. You have to transform this sentence exclamatory into assertive. Then you have to change the direct speech into indirect speech. So let's start with the first one. Here is the first example. here is the first time. At first we look at the exclamatory sentence. For the exclamatory sentence, what reporting verb we should use? As it is an exclamatory sentence, we can simply write exclaim or exclaimed, and the interjection here, alas, this interjection expresses sorrow or grief. So we can write exclaimed in sorrow, grief. 5. Express hatred. So we can write exclaimed in hatred. Oh, hooray, is express joy or pleasure. Then we can write exclaimed in joy or in pleasure. Bravo, we use in the place of exclaimed applaud or cheered. So there are different types of interjection that express different types of moods or expression. According to the interjections, we use the expression or reporting verb or expression. Exclaimed in, this is common, then you can use the joy, sorrow, hatred, etc., etc. So now we take the example. Number 1, he said, alas, I failed the test. He said, alas, I failed the test. So it is alas expressed here sorrow or grief. So we take the verb said past tense. So he exclaimed that he had failed the test, that he had failed the test. Here you can write he exclaimed in sorrow. He exclaimed in sorrow. As it is alas, he exclaimed in sorrow that. Then this portion is the same. I represent he. So he, as it is past tense said and it is V2, that means past form. So past simple turned into past perfect. So he had failed the test. I have written this formula or changes in the change of assertive sentence. So it is very important to watch my video of narration change of assertive sentence. So he exclaimed, as it is alas, so in the place of said, exclaimed in sorrow. Next, inverted comma. For the removal of inverted comma, we use that. Again, then I change into he as the subject, first person change into the subject. He, as it is past tense and it is past simple, so past perfect. V2 means had plus V3, had failed the test. Number 2 example, the girls said, hooray, we have won the match. The girls said hooray. Hooray expressed joy or pleasure. So we should write the girls exclaimed in joy. The girls exclaimed in joy or with joy. That for the removal of inverted comma, as alas, for the word alas we used in sorrow. For the word hooray we used in joy. Exclaimed in joy. Then for the removal of inverted comma we use that. We, first person refers to the subject, that means girls. So its pronoun form they, as it is present perfect have, so have changed into had. As it is past tense and it is present perfect, the past perfect, so have changed into had. They had won the match. Number 3, the coach said, bravo. Bravo means shabash. Bravo, praised highly. That means we use the word, you can use the word exclaim, but it is better to use applaud. As it is past tense said, so we use the coach applauded or praised highly. The boys, here boys is the vocative case. The coach said whom? The coach said the boys, bravo, you have played well, but boys is written here. So the coach applauded the boys. You take the vocative case boys here. The coach applauded the boys. That for removal of inverted comma, use that you means the boys, so they, its pronoun form they, have changed into had played well. They had played well. Number 4, I said, it is these 3 examples are with interjection, but number 4 and number 5 examples are with WH word, what and how, with what and how. So how can we change this? Look here, I said what a fine bird. I said what a fine bird. That means I can use I exclaimed in joy or with joy, or I rejoiced, or I cheered, or I exclaimed in pleasure. For the removal of inverted comma, I use that what a fine bird turn into simple what a fine bird. This part you should remember, this part you have to change this part. First, what a fine bird turned into the bird is very fine. The bird is very fine. So now you have changed into this part, changed into the bird is very fine. Next, change the narration of this part. So the I rejoiced or exclaimed in joy. I rejoiced or exclaimed in joy that the bird is very fine. That the bird is, so it should be was very fine. The bird was very fine. Next, number 5. She said how tasty the food is. She said how tasty the food is. Again, she exclaimed with joy, or she rejoiced, or she exclaimed in pleasure. Whatever you write, that again, how tasty the food is. This part should be changed into assertive form first. How tasty the food is, that means the food is very tasty. The food is very tasty. So when I change into direct to indirect, she said how tasty the food is, and is expressed a pleasure. So she exclaimed with joy that how tasty the food is. The food was very tasty is turned into was. The food was very tasty. The food was very tasty. So look at here, if you find what and how, then this portion you at first change this portion what and how into assertive portion, then you change the narration. It will be very easy and convenient for everyone. So I conclude here the narration change of assertive, then interrogative, then imperative, then optative and exclamatory. I have made videos into 4 parts for narration change. My request is to watch the video, start watching the video from assertive, then interrogative, then imperative, then optative and exclamatory. It will be very easy or convenient for everyone to understand the change of narration. It is a very important portion of grammar, English grammar. You must know the change of narration or the direct speech and indirect speech. I think my videos will help you a lot. If you like my videos, please subscribe, share and comment. Thank you for the day.